Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to be unboxing the Worker Seagull, and boy oh boy, there is a lot to unpack here with this blaster. We'll be going over the functionality of it, but the main purpose of this video is to unbox it, assemble it, and see what it's all about. There's going to be a future video later on next week about the actual numbers and going over the test results and things like that in the full review. So make sure you stay subscribed for that and be on the lookout for that video. Today we're just going to enjoy a little unboxing of a great product that's getting some pretty rave reviews, and yeah, so let's jump right in. First thing you'll notice is you've got a nice kind of image of the blaster itself here. We've got what looks to be some type of scar, although I have one of these bearing scars, and I don't believe this one's actually included in the package itself. You get looks like some type of banana clip magazine, some type of stock here, but it overall looks to be a pretty well put together blaster. Some nice imagery. Got the name Seagull written across the top with this fancy little robot bird looking thing. Ages 14 plus. Other than that, you really don't have too much else to go off of as far as the box is concerned. You will notice that my box is a little bit on the damaged side. And I will, I pre-order, this is a pre-order from Out of Darts, and I will put some pictures up here right now of the actual shipping box that it came in. Luckily, Out of Darts did a really good job of packaging the actual box inside of the box, so the damage was very minimal, except for this kind of like protruding space where I don't know if you can see that from up above, but you can, I don't know if I'll kind of rock it back and forth a little bit, but you can kind of see there's clearly something right there that's kind of made the box a little deformed. The shipping box, on the other hand, took a literal beating to the point where the post office had to put that tape over it. Received like this, but I highly doubt that Luke actually and his team sent out the box like that. So nice job, Federal Post Office. I would highly recommend using another delivery service other than the post office. You have to pay a little bit extra. It's absolutely worth it, because if this thing's damaged, having to send it back and then wait for another one is just a pain in the butt. So let's go ahead and get this thing out of the box and see what she brings to the table. Is it upside down? What's going on here? Oh, nope, this is just holy cow, this is, look at this. I don't know if you can see that from the top, but look how much stuff is in there. There is no space for anything else in this packaging. It's literally jam-packed. So we're gonna pull it out a little bit at a time here so we don't completely break it. So looks like we get a spring and a barrel in there. Let's see. This looks like this is probably either the scar. We'll open that up a second. Either the scar that it does come with, or the foregrip. Let's see. Not really coming out. Come on. Oh, there's our banana magazine. Nice. 15 round banana magazine. Awesome. Get that unpackaged. Ooh, there's the blaster. Workers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hey, at least they're consistent. You get a package of 10 darts for your 15 round magazine. I know we like to make fun of Nerf. Well, we did like to make fun of Nerf because they were all about, giving the exact number of darts to fill your blaster. But nowadays they're a little bit better. Sometimes they're even doubling your darts, so to speak. I mean, they are Nerf Elite darts, but take it for what it's worth. But hey, at least we can fill our magazine. This one you get to fill it 2/3 of the way full, which is, So that's that. Looks like we have. So let's go ahead and get this unpackaged here and see what everything looks like. All right, guys. So yeah, that was the unboxing. Got some really cool things in this box. Now, I will start out by saying that this was a pre-order from Out of Darts, and they basically state in their actual like purchase, like pre-order, that the top rail, the two iron sights, the two side rails, and the two iron sights are like pre-order bonuses. So this is actually quite a bit of actual like inclusion for a pre-order, which is super nice. They don't have a price for either of the rails systems, and they do have a price for the iron sights. For both the iron sights, you're looking at $12. So this is at least a $12 pre-order bonus. With this being metal, a metal rail, I highly recommend you getting it. It's a great, kind of adds like rigidity to, at least for the Harrier, it added a great amount of rigidity. The side rails aren't necessarily as important if you're not running like a camera or a laser or a light or anything like that. So don't feel like those are 100% necessary. I mean, the top rail is not 100% necessary either, but it does add a nice clean look to it. Gives it a little bit of rigidity. It also gives it a nice rigidity like feature for the blaster itself. I do know that there are already 3D parts for this blaster itself. So the top rail, I know Xbox Games has one that looks really sick, and you can get it in printed in multiple colors. It comes in 2 separate pieces, so the blaster comes apart. So shout out to Xbox Games, great job on the design. I really like that and that feature. So I opted for this because I wanted to get my hands on this blaster because it's kind of a gift for somebody. So don't tell anybody, but she doesn't watch this far into the video. So anyway, this I thought it was a really cool add-on feature, so I'm all about it. So let's talk about what's in the box itself. So you get the blaster broken up into a couple pieces. This is the kind of the, I guess you'd call this the lower, and this kind of like, I don't want to say the lower because the lower really is supposed to be like the trigger and the that mechanic and the handle. This is like the back and the front. So the rear and the front of the blaster. It comes with a spring included. I believe this is I think it's the more powerful spring. And let's see if we can tell. Yeah, it looks like it's I don't know. Well, no, it's the longer spring is the one that's out of the box. So yeah, we'll just leave the spring that came in. I'm assuming this is the lower tier spring. So we'll just kind of leave that alone. We'll leave it in as it is now that I've got lube all over my hand. So like I said, plunger is inside there. You've got your spring that seems to be the lower one. You get an additional spring. This is the longer, kind of higher tier one. They also have this interesting kind of heat shrink around the end of it. I don't know if that's to help with binding. Maybe they're running into some issues in their testing, and this is kind of like a last minute, like, hey, we need to shrink wrap the end of these. Not really sure on that. So then you got your kind of front barrel here. So you got the looks like just regular Picatinny rail, which mounts the foregrip. This is kind of like a small, kind of stubby foregrip. It's cut off kind of at a weird angle, but kind of fits with this type of blaster being close quarter combat. I do see in there you've got your return spring, which is awesome. So that's all included there, already pre-lubed, which is great. Again, with the pre-order, you get the iron sights, you get extra O-rings and extra screws, which there are 2 screws that you will need to install this. So we'll go ahead and pull those out now. There's 2 right there, so you get an extra one. You want these longer screws to basically go through here into these 2 ports here. You get a Allen key to marry up with the worker foregrip. You get a non 3D printed injection molded scar barrel, which is awesome. These are, for better for worse, more reliable than just not having it, which is, in my book, it's a great include. Also in front here, you get this barrel You get one included, which is a short barrel, pre-installed, and then you also get a longer barrel. I think this is the stock barrel for the Harrier, so you can kind of tell. Let's see here. It looks like it's going to be about, if I had to like kind of measure, it looks like it's going to be about like that much longer. So we'll look into it once we get everything installed for the review and all that, and yeah, have some fun with it. A little bit of an interesting grip choice here. So instead of like the knuckle duster from the Harrier, you have this kind of nice feeling grip. I don't want to play with this too much because the spring and stuff will pull out. But you have like a sling mount, which is awesome. You've got this kind of hook butt stock, but the nice thing is it hides the actual Allen key that removes this, and then it reveals a standard buffer tube, so you can add any type of buffer tube stock you'd like. Awesome. Again, banana clip, really like that. These are apparently coming out in different colors too, so all the colors to match the different blasters. I'm kind of excited for a white one. I'm gonna pick up a set of white ones for my try-on. I think that'll look pretty sick. That and the unicorn. And then 10 darts and some worker stickers that we won't worry about. So you also get instructions on how to install everything. Looks like you've got some English in here, which is great. Tells you about using the actual O-rings and keeping everything secure. But yeah, let's go ahead and put it together and see what she looks like. Okay, so I believe this right here, if it comes out, there it goes. I don't care for that design as much. It's really hard to get it over that lip. Okay, so that should be the only Allen key that we need for everything but the front grip. So we're going to go ahead and attach this, and it should just slide on just like the Harrier did. Yep, there we go. And you can tell that on one side you've got brass inserts, on the other side brass inserts on one side, on the reverse side is the screw head side. So obviously you want the screw to go into the brass insert. The benefit to that is you can pull it apart and put it back together several times, infinitely more times than if it was going into plastic. Again, one of the premium, I feel, features that gets overlooked and kind of downplayed is those brass inserts, and Worker has they've basically shown that this line, the starting off with the Phoenix 2.0, going into the Nightingale, the Harrier, and now the Seagull, like they're firing on all cylinders. All right, let's go ahead and attach our front grip here. Kind of release these a little bit. And slide this on just like that. Oh yeah. Ooh, that feels nice. It's such a... Oh my God. Yeah. That's something else. Let's go ahead and get our side rails and our top rail on. So for that, we're gonna need these smaller screws. We're not gonna worry about the O-rings. So these just simply screw on like this. There's no front or back. There's no right or left. They're identical. Oh man, this is a gorgeous blaster. This is the purple. They have several different colors: white, khaki, like a mint green, and a pink. The person I'm purchasing this for is a Christmas present. She really likes purple. I'm just gonna say it's my wife. Bought this for my wife. Don't tell her. Shh. Let's gonna be a Christmas present. Right now, this is not going in straight. I don't want to strip the screw though. Right now, her primary is 2 semi-auto Nightingales. And I'm wanting to get her into the Springer ecosystem. Why is this not wanting to go in there? These are not, the screw hole not lining up right or something. There it goes. There it goes. Yeah, I want to introduce her to a Springer, because whenever we go to a war or whenever we host a war or whatever, that's kind of the first thing that people say when they've never seen or heard a Nightingale before is, holy smokes, that thing's loud. It is loud, but she runs them really well, and she does a great job. She's got her belt and everything built in to her system. She doesn't have like a chest rig or anything like that. That might be coming up too, especially with this. But she does really well, and she's really good at like kind of running and gunning. So like this or the Unicorn would be a good fit for her. And wanted something light, easy to prime, and reliable. Not that the Unicorn isn't that. And she could, like I said, she could always use mine, but I wanted her to have her own. I wanted her to have her own thing. And she's a really big into cosmetics, like the cosmetic look of things. So much so that sometimes she'll sacrifice performance in order to get something that looks more her style. And to each their own, absolutely, to each their own. And for me, the Unicorn is kind of like a blank canvas. You can kind of make it your own. But this having the color, and I know you can paint the Unicorn and stuff like that, but I don't want to go through that hassle. There we go. Okay. Got it, guys. So a little bit of a scare there, but front screw hole was not lining up. So what I did was started at the front, slightly screwed them into the inserts just so that they were seated well, and then screwed it down for all of them. So there we go. Much better. Nice and tight. Feels good. I just love how short, between this and the Unicorn, I love how short that prime is. Like that, oh my gosh, and that seal is just so good. So good. All right, let's put our extra screw back so we don't lose it. Let's see, iron sights. Oh, wow. They don't actually slide on. Wow. Legit worker, good Lord. I thought they were just gonna slide on. No, these are, ooh. That's not good. Apologize for that. Sorry, I've been, if you can hear my voice, I've been a little under the weather, so I haven't quite found my groove with I haven't made a video in a few weeks. I've just been kind of going through my back catalog, but oh my God, does the whole thing come apart? How in the, don't lose the nuts on these things. Like, oh my God, it does come all the way apart. Yeah, you might be best suited to throw some super glue on those those nuts, because man, they are tiny. That one didn't want to come out. So, all right, well, let's do this. Let's get this guy in here. And I don't think these are actually going to be viable. They're pretty low profile, but they look really cool. There we go. They look really cool, and that's part of the fun, right? They got what looks to be faux, what you call it? Not fluorescent, but fiber optic look to them, which is really cool. God, attaching these and taking these off is going to be a pain in the butt. All right, there's the front one. Let's prep the back one. I'm just going to put them as far out as they go. All right. Yeah, there's stock is not adjustable at all, so you're kind of stuck. So yeah, the only way you're going to see this is if you really choke up or push the back one forward a little bit. Trigger's a little gushy. You see that? Probably have to work that in a little bit. I see some grease kind of eking out. Probably have to work that in a little bit. Got a little bit of a flare magwell, which is nice. Looks to be a metal skinny pusher. Oh, that's a tight fit too. I like it. Everything is just so tight. Like the measurements, the design, everything is just on point. Whew. I will never get over that. That is a heck of a seal. So there's the that, and then you just friction fit the scar barrel on here, which is a pretty tight fit. So here's how you change the barrel. I'll go ahead and do that so I don't damage anything on the inside. So you unscrew it this way. So it's a relatively short barrel. There's the extended one that it comes with, so you can kind of see a little bit of the difference. It gives you about, what, an extra 3.5 inches, which is awesome. Put your scar barrel on, it just friction fits on. And this is actually a pretty tight one. I think the one, I can't remember if the Harrier came with one or not. But that one I felt was a little on the loose side. Or maybe not, I don't remember. Then you just screw this on. Make sure that your return spring is not bunched up or anything like that when you put it through, so you're going through. Man, that is nice. That is nice. I love it. You might consider adding a dab of glue on there, because that's kind of lifting up. Their rubber grips are actually pretty solid. I can attest to that. Like that's pretty solid. They're not going anywhere, but if you want to keep that like flush, probably wouldn't be a bad idea to wouldn't be a bad idea to put a single drop. That way, if you put a single drop in, you could peel it up if you really wanted to. Let's load up a couple darts here. So I just put 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We'll just put 5. We'll just put 5 in. So there's 5. I like that magazine. That's nice. She can slap, guys. Let's see, does it have slam fire? Hold the trigger down, prime. Nope, no slam fire. I don't know what happens now. Now I double loaded it. Sure enough, yep, should only have one left, yep. So you can double load them. One. Yeah, you could definitely double load it, like the unicorn. So you just prime it once, prime it again, and she's shotgun loaded. Let's quickly take off the back of the stock here. I'm kind of curious what this looks like. So that comes off, and you have a brass insert, which is nice. So this should just, I think, walk off. Oh, wait. Oh, it looks like it comes off in 2 pieces. It looks like it should just walk, like kind of fall apart, but we will. Damn, that is on there tight. Break out the torque amplifier side here. There we go. Slightly shorter spring. Does it come apart then? How does this come off? Does it just... Oh yeah, it should just wiggle off. Okay. Cool. I like it. So your screw, so yeah, it looks like, so your actual stock here not only goes through into a brass insert on that, it actually goes through the stock itself. So you definitely has some rigidity there. It's not just friction fitted on, which is nice. I like it. I don't know if I'll be a fan of this style of stock, but again, this isn't my blaster. So yeah, I'll let my wife decide if she wants something different. Could try out a couple different ones and see what she likes. But yeah, that fits on nice. I don't know. It's nice low profile. It's sad that it's not adjustable, but if you're going for CQB, this is the small, you know, obviously you could take off the scar barrel, but then you're losing a bit of performance. I feel like, you know, that couple inches there is worth the real estate to make it that much longer. But yeah, for me, that's not too bad. You'd have to have a riser rail, you know, for your sight or whatever. But yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. Got your safety. Locks the trigger down. I mean, what more could you say? It's a handsome looking blaster. So anyway, guys, that's been the unboxing of the Seagull. Make sure you stay tuned for the review coming out later in a week or two. And yeah, we've also got a spicy comparison video against this and the stock Unicorn. Well, you don't want to miss that. We'll be going over a bunch of different numbers, metrics, comparing the two. It's going to be a good one. I owe it to you guys. It's going to be, you know, high quality. I guarantee it. So anyway, guys, make sure you get subscribed. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you guys in the next video.